I'm Lakin Gonzalez, and I'm here to encourage and motivate you to get at least 8 hours of sleep to better your overall life. You know, there's some days where I amaze myself. I get everything accomplished on my to-do list with extra time to study. And then there's days where I put my keys in the fridge and I go searching for my cell phone for 5 minutes while I'm complaining about where's my cell phone to my best friend on said cell phone. Sleep deprivation can make us do crazy things and wreak havoc on our cognitive ability and our overall health. A lot of people like to sleep but don't really realize how important that sleep that they're getting or not getting is. Efficient sleep can drastically improve your quality of life. Treat yourself to enough beauty sleep. It's important. I would like to shine some light on the reasons Americans don't get enough sleep, the benefits of an efficient night's sleep, and tips to ensure the sleep you get is quality sleep, and that makes all the difference. Let's take a look at what reasons there is in our country why Americans aren't getting enough sleep, why Americans are depriving themselves of the important 8 hours of beauty sleep that they need. Americans aren't getting enough sleep because they're living to work instead of working to live. A trend in behavior is shifting. The average American is cutting out time formerly devoted to socializing and bettering their quality of life to work. 1 in 4 adult Americans don't get enough sleep, creating a massive 47 million irritable workers. Sleep deprivation was found in a study to significantly correlate with direct customer confrontation, emotional stress, work dissatisfaction, and difficulty expressing opinions and solving conflicts in the workplace. Better sleep leads to higher efficiency, productivity, and an overall happier mood in the workplace. And who doesn't want that? Sleep deprivation among college students is a little different. There's 70% of students claiming to attain an insufficient amount of sleep, with 50% reporting daytime sleepiness. And we've all been there, either studying too late at night or just being overly tired and nodding off during a lecture, not because you're not paying attention, just because you're that tired. Most students have an erratic and irregular sleep schedule. Depriving themselves of sleep can affect a student in a multitude of ways. It lowers grade point averages, it increases the risk of academic failure and compromises the learning ability, it impairs mood, and increases the risk of motor vehicle accidents because of sleepiness. Shift work is another reason and another cause of sleep deprivation and causes a high level of disturbance to our body's natural 24-hour wake sleep cycle. Shift workers are workers in the late night shifts of hospitals, police forces. More than 22 million Americans alone are shift workers, and that number is growing by 3% every year. Sleep deprivation not only is a cause of all these things we've talked about already, but it is a serious increase of the risk of a motor vehicle accident. There's 100,000 crashes a year and 1,500 deaths due to sleepiness behind the wheel. PTSD and other mental ailments can also cause the body to be incapable of attaining a beneficial and efficient night's sleep. There was a research and study done involving 9.7 million veterans and found that slightly more than 750,000 veterans suffering from PTSD were diagnosed with at least one sleeping disorder. These ailments are causing sleep issues. Knowing the reasons why sleep deprivation occurs and happens is also essential, other than that, to know the benefits of an efficient and replenishing night's sleep. These are just few reasons why you should seriously be considering the importance of possibly changing your sleep habits to include those 8 crucial hours. Attaining 8 or more hours of sleep in a night has an abundant amount of benefits. 1, it boosts your immune system. Studies show that attaining adequate sleep doubles your antibody levels, and raised antibody levels create a better line of defense against infectious diseases, keeping you healthier, preventing sickness in the first place, but also speeding up the recovery process when you do come down with something. It makes you smarter. Harvard University's study showed the benefits of getting quality sleep before an exam opposed to cramming with little to no sleep. Getting the proper amount of sleep per night only increases your brain's cognitive abilities, improving memory, comprehension, and your ability to focus. This heightened level of consciousness and concentration only can create a better learning environment for you. When it comes to keeping your reaction times at an acceptable level, and in turn it prevents motor vehicle accidents, like we talked about that being a huge cause, sleepiness, for a motor vehicle accident. That sleep is crucial. It's not called beauty rest for no reason either. When your body is at rest, it goes into repair mode. It regenerates skin, blood, brain cells, and muscle tissue, and it makes you a kinder individual. We all have been that person that's been moody because they're sleepy. Avoid being that person. Get those 8 crucial hours. A lack of sleep has been proven to cause crankiness, irritability, and aggression. In extreme circumstances, severe sleep deprivation can even cause disorientation and paranoia. So I'm sure, now knowing the benefits of an adequate amount of sleep, you would like to know what you can do to ensure that that is a possibility for you and that those 8 hours are quality, efficient hours. There are lots of ways to conquer the sleep deprivation battle. Creating healthy habits and a routine is the first line of action and the best plan to trying to get that adequate amount of sleep that you need. Try using relaxation techniques like yoga, meditation, progressive muscle relaxation, and deep breathing. Focus on a bedtime routine. Before bed, you should only be doing quiet, soothing activities, some of which include reading, listening to soft music, and keeping the lights low to naturally boost melatonin levels. Exercise is also a really powerful sleep aid, but it has to be done correctly. Exercise causes a significant rise in body temperature, but that rise in body temperature is followed by a drop hours later, and it's that drop in our core temperature that makes it easier for us to fall asleep and stay asleep. It's suggested to aid in sleep that exercise only be done and incorporated into your routine at least 30 to 40 minutes, 4 times a week, but it has to be done 4 hours before bedtime. There are many natural remedies that can aid in your quest for quality sleep. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or also known as CBT, is a process that can result in better quality sleep. It modifies dysfunctional or destructive thoughts, emotional patterns, and behavior patterns. You could also try herbal therapy, dietary supplements. All of those can be beneficial to sleep. There's some like valerian, melatonin, which is a very common one, chamomile as in teas, tryptophan like in turkey, and kava are all natural remedies for sleep issues. It can help if you are sleep deprived. When natural remedies fail, there are other options that you can talk to your doctor about, or there are over-the-counter medications as well. Some natural remedies we've talked about, but over-the-counter medications like diphenhydramine, such as Nytol, Sominex, Sleepinol, and Compos, are all medications that aid in the attempt of acquiring a good night's sleep. Unisom is also can be bought over the counter, but if an over-the-counter medication doesn't give good results, a doctor can prescribe you something stronger and more beneficial to you. Benzodiazepines are controlled substances that should be used carefully, but can be beneficial for those who have severe difficulties falling asleep and staying asleep. Non-benzodiazepines are hypnotic sleep aids, but some people don't have any other options. These types of medications are Lunesta, Ambien, and Sonata. While these medications do have drawbacks, it's important to weigh the risk versus the benefit, and always use prescription drugs with safety, and always talk to your pharmacist and doctor to make sure that you don't have any mixing going on that could be dangerous. While some may find relief just through changing their routine and daily habits, there are also other avenues to bring the relief of sleep to those who may need a little extra help. Natural remedies over-the-counter medications and also the prescription medications we talked about can all be beneficial to those who are desperately looking for a better night's sleep. In conclusion, while we've looked over the reasons Americans are sleep deprived, we've also looked at why it is extremely important to change this trend and to do what we can to personally better our sleep situation. We have looked over many benefits of getting 8 hours of sleep or more a night and have gone over ways to combat sleep deprivation and tips to possibly create a better sleep environment for ourselves. Knowledge is power. Learning about an issue you may have regarding sleep is the best defense in combating the issue head on, but I sincerely hope that this discussion has persuaded you and motivated you, my audience, to get an amazing 8 hours of sleep to better your life. I strongly encourage a change if you're having issues getting quality sleep. If you don't need any more persuading from me, I know your happiness and overall attitude and performance will speak for itself. Thank you for listening, and thank you for learning. Sweet dreams.